name.
You do, I think.
I don't know.
Yeah, yours is longer.
Someone asked me once how I got the ice in here. Anyway, shall we start?
Well, you can tell us a
Okay.
little about yourself.
My name is Louise Richardson, and I'm from Austin. I'll talk about that in the show. And I've been working in and out of theatrical things for, I guess, 40 years, but I had regular jobs, so, you know. But back in the 80s, I think I was in 30 different shows in Austin, and I wrote a comedy version of Hamlet, kind of a Monty Python version called Hamlet the Dane, and now we're for something completely rotten in the state of Denmark. That was done at the late great Capital City Theater. There's a lot of late greats in the show tonight.
Like we're not late.
Yeah. But anyway, I met Richard in 2010 when I put a notice in the Austin Chronicle for a music arranger to help me with my first musical, Chanteuse, about folk singers in the 1960s. And Richard, he did, and we worked on it, and he produced the CD for Chanteuse, and
A couple of shows in Slado, right?
yeah. Well, we had a cast for the CD. Richard was among them, and arrangements by Richard and guitar music, and also Nelda Milligan did the piano arrangements and performance for that CD. And then we used the CD soundtrack for a stage play with a different cast, and we had a full run of 6 performances at the late great Silver Spur Theater in Salado, which is now a brew pub.
Yeah, Merrill Brewing.
Merrill Brewing.
That's the second late grade, so I'm counting.
Yes. Well, the late great Capital City Playhouse is a pub called Fado now. So maybe it's something about my shows that close theaters and make people want to drink. I don't know.
That could be.
Could be. But anyway, tell us about yourself.
Well, I'm Richard Paul Thomas. A lot of people call me, my friends call me RPT. But I want to start out by thanking you, Louise, for allowing me to be with you here today, and for the last 12 years that we've been doing stuff together. This woman's amazing. She's written some really wonderful things, and I've learned a lot working on them, producing them, and working with her and stuff. So it's been quite a run. Now we're talking about another new show.
Well, you never know. It's just got a cast of thousands, so we'll see how
We'll
it
see how
goes.
that goes, yeah. And another thing, I don't know, how many of you know Chris Gage? Chris Gage was a local producer, musician here, and a lot of the music that I'll be singing tonight, Chris produced. And on this first song, normally sometimes we edit out instrumental sections, but I wanted to leave it in because it's an incredible piano part that Chris had done for this song. So, yeah, and I'm just going to tell little stories about the songs and kind of where they came from, and
Me too.
I'm doing that to kind of keep myself remembering things. The older I get, I forget stuff like that. So I keep reliving history a little bit. This song was actually written while I was watching the Summer Olympics. I like to play guitar along with the soundtracks that are going on TV. It's kind of fun. You know, learn different chords and all that kind of stuff. And for some reason, this one kind of popped out for me. And it didn't have any lyrics. It was just music. And it, for a long time was called Walking in a Sunday Park. And then somebody sent me that thing, where it's, what is it? Yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, today is a gift. That's why they call it the present. So that's why I wrote Every Day is a Present. Got myself going, heard the day calling, there's a song in my head. present I must never forget.
Made me some breakfast, went out on the deck, and I watched the sunrise. Laughing at the kittens, playing with each other, learning how to survive. Every day's a present, I must not compromise.
That's for sure.
Breeze blows, birds know, that's what it's all about. They can't tell me, I've got to figure it out
For myself, that's all there is. Searching for the meaning of life.
Meaning of life.
Pull myself together, fight the stormy weather, learning how to survive.
How to survive.
Every day's a present, every day's a surprise. And here's Goose Gate.
Breeze blows, birds know what life's all about. They can't tell me,
But
I gotta figure it out.
for myself. That's all there is. Searching for the meaning of life.
Meaning of life.
Pull myself together, fight the stormy weather, learning how to survive.
How to survive.
Every day's a present, every day's a surprise. Every day's a present, every day's a surprise. Each day's a surprise. Every day's a surprise. Yeah.
Well, when I wrote my musical, Chanteuse, I don't think anybody would have thought that I would be able to write a musical like 23 numbers and, well, the book, you know, I've written plays before, so I could write the book of the musical. And it took me, I think, 27 years, you know, I tweaked it along the way, trying to get theaters interested in doing it without any luck, until Richard came along.
Now, are you skipping the poems?
No,
Okay, just checking.
because I'm about to say that I've been writing something all my life.
We haven't rehearsed this in case you
We haven't, well, we've rehearsed separately. But anyway, the first thing I remember writing, it was 1959, and I was 11 years old, and Alaska had just become a state, the 49th state, and as a loyal Texan, I was concerned about this. All hail to Alaska. All hail to Alaska, state number 49. Though some folks still say Texas is mighty fine. If all the ice in Alaska should quickly melt away, it wouldn't be half as big as Texas is today. Oh my goodness. Thank you. I'd like to think that by the time I was in high school, my writing got a little bit more sophisticated. The Back Porch, Impressions of Early Childhood. Prone on the porch, I watched as my mother hung clothes against the sky. Feeling the cool slab caressing my bare stomach, chest, and chin, I faced a scampering pillbug eye to eye, then took him up in a ball to the popsicle wrapper with his friends. Now my back, hanging my head over the smooth porch's rough edge, looking straight skyward, High above the drooping banana plant leaf, I was peering down. Observing some cotton puff ships circumnavigating a cirrus cloud reef. Turning on my side, propping my jaw in my hand with my elbow, catching a quick shadow which turned into a great brown grackle. I watched the bird swoop to the cottonwood below from the telephone line with a crackle. Pondering the world, all was cool cement, swift breeze, and sunlight. In the late morning, everything was what the senses felt and saw and heard. From the shaded back porch, everything appeared to be bright in that innocent age of those sound and no deed and no word. Well, many of us here like going to Zilker Park, swimming in Barton Springs, and I did that long ago. Green Park. Splashing in cold, liquid green. Sharing salamander's realm. Minnows nibble childhood toes, but I just giggle and glide onto my mother's open arms. Fireflies of a summer's night greet us in clouds of welcome as we skip freely over Zilker Hills. Sisters and cousins alike log roll, racing down the dizzy hill laughing. There were hilltop goldfish ponds we would leap across and among in moonlit, near-dark exuberance. They're dry now. The fish are gone. But they weren't affectionate, just coy. Well, in that musical I talked about, thank you, I wrote some traditional folk songs for the folk singers. And a bit of a trigger warning here. They like to sing these very sad songs, murder ballads and songs of lost love, and this one is called No More. No more I'll see my own true love, nor will he pass again. No more, my bonny lad will tread upon the glen. Lies he 'neath the heather now, nor will he pass again. No more, my bonny lad will tread upon the glen. SoundCloud and look for Chanteuse and Blue Bonnet Road.
Okay, we'll do that. Not right now, though.
No,
Yeah. So I just realized when we were talking about doing the show and set the date that I actually moved to Texas 50 years this past week was my anniversary. It's a long time. A lot longer than I've ever realized, and every time I look in the mirror I see what's going on. But I had gotten this job of a lifetime. I got a call from an international environmental group saying that I want to come to Houston and help them produce a festival. And then they mentioned the name that they were part of the Jacques Cousteau Society. I don't know if you know who Jacques Cousteau is. So I said, okay, what's my job going to be? And it's going to be doing all sorts of things. We had obviously all the environmental groups from the area would be there to exhibit. They'd have debates on things that had to do with the local environmental issues, like Houston was drilling in the Gulf, and Seattle would be local transportation and the Puget Sound and nuclear power and a whole variety of things with people like you and concerned scientists doing things. And then that night, the big thing, the finale, was a concert with people like James Taylor, John Denver, Don McLean, Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, just some up and coming artists. And so that's what I did. And so my first real event was going to be in Houston. Now this was like the 5th or 6th of January. I remember the exact date, but it was, I have to go back and look that up. I knew that I probably would not be coming back to Milwaukee to live again. I was going to sell my house and do all this stuff. And it was about 26 below zero when I left Milwaukee that evening, and I drove into Houston, Texas late the next afternoon, and it was 69 degrees. I said, I am home. I don't think I've ever realized that people spend winters like they do down here. Because living in Wisconsin, I think you've been watching the news these last few months, they've had some pretty brutal stuff up there. So anyway, so I kept thinking about the people I left behind, and this was, pre-internet, pre-Facebook, pre-everything. So if someone moved and you didn't get their phone number, they were out of your life. So that's what this song is all about. It's called I Had Friends. You're welcome to dance if you want. That's weird. The video's not working.
and wonder why I can't find my old friends, my old friends, my old friends. And they hear me calling them. I just gotta find my old friends, my old friends, my old friends. And they hear me calling them. I just gotta find my old friends. I just gotta find my old friends. I just gotta find my old friends.
Well, about the time I was in junior high, my family had this small place on Lake Austin, back when families could have a small place on Lake Austin. And we had a couple of boat docks. The water was cold. We got the cold bottom water from Lake Travis through Mansfield Dam. We would chill watermelons in it. It was that cold. And it was hard to stay in it very long, but we did. And I may have drowned. Procession. Swimming underneath the docks one summer long ago. I think I may have died that day. Of course, I couldn't know. Between the boards and frigid lake, no air to take a breath. Did I struggle? Did I drown? I don't recall my death. But the thought occurred to me when I had surfaced there that I might indeed have perished from gasping lake, not air. And furthermore, I pondered if that demise were true, could death have come to me before, and this I never knew? Ever since the drowning day, were my deaths commonplace? Did buses hit me crossing streets? Did mad dogs eat my face? Was I killed by mayonnaise and 4 bad salad bars? Could I swerve too many times into oncoming cars? Do we all die 1,000 deaths, as some say cowards do, but bravely go about our lives like we don't have a clue? Will this procession ever end? And will we reach a goal? Will we race forevermore and never rest the soul? Well, in the mid-70s, I felt I had to get away, and I drove west to California, wound up in San Francisco, and well, the first few months was not the nicest part of town. It was known as the Tenderloin District, and these are my observances of that area in the mid-1970s. Ellis Street Suite. A little girl, just under 6 feet, shuffles swiftly between painted towers, stalking down Ellis Street. How much less bogus are you than they? Does your wry smile betray a lingering insecurity? Shy little girl, pushing 30. Who could imagine even you could be a total virgin? Yet here you go through Proposition Alley and down Queens Road. This is the crucible in the bowels of the Tenderloin. Here there are few smiles, but many sneers. Here expressions are jaded, faded, and blank, but for sly, dissecting eyes. Here you must survive the glares. Here you must pass. You cannot escape the scrutiny of the derelict, hustler, merchant, addict, prostitute, tourist, closet queen, waitress, monster of countless eyes and absent heart. You're so together today, little fox. You shine so. You flash the sun back on himself. And your beautiful soul eclipses your petty flaws. And this afternoon, you hear only, "Hey, pretty lady, girl, you got fine legs. Where you going, mama?" You pass sternly by. and smile to yourself. Don't lie, you know you do, little fox. The street echoes a Dylan refrain. The street moans of desolation. The street screams of each new ripoff. The street is the world, the environment, the home, the shelter, the cave, the cage. Shy little girl, just under 6 feet. You can be hometown sweetheart if you make it on Ellis Street. And now let's go to Salado.
Yeah, Ellis Street, Saledo's a little bit different than San
A
Francisco.
little bit. Not as crowded.
Yeah. Well, after the event in Houston, I wound up going to Boston for another event, and I wound up coming back to Houston to kind of stay. And I thought as long as I was working for the Stowe Society, I should probably learn how to scuba dive. So I took some lessons when I was in Houston, and we came to Stillhouse Hollow Lake for my open water test. I think you know that is about an hour. Saledo's about an hour north of here. At the time, there were about 750 people living in that town. It's a pretty quaint little place. I had never been, and actually really never spent much time in small towns, so this was kind of very interesting for me. Just spent the day. Linda's ancestors moved there. I think they came to Texas with the second group of settlers that Stephen F. Austin brought to Texas in 1830, something like that.
Yeah.
Then moved up to Salado, they're the fourth family. So my wife Linda has huge roots, and I just have none. I'm only a second generation American to begin with. So in one of the trips going back and forth, we probably made hundreds of them. I was thinking about what it'd be like to be a stagecoach driver on his last trip home. And this is what came of that discussion with my mind. This is the official song of Salado, by the way. Cold wind blowing that dusty road in my face. 6 sleek horses should I hasten their pace. Stagecoach rocking 4 tired strangers to sleep. Riding on Salado. Sun is gone, Salado. While each line as clear across Texas I ride, knowing she's waiting is all that keeps me alive. Seeing her sitting with sunlight in her dark hair. One more dawn, Salado. Coming home, Salado. Ride on, ride on, ride on. Oh, but she's waiting. Ride on,
Today's the day I'll hold her tight in my arms. Take this money, build ourselves a nice farm. Spend my evenings rocking babies to sleep until dawn. Salado, I am home. Salado.
One of my musical shanties, our friends Johanna and Darcy, who go up to New York to be folk singers in 1959, they get a bit of a following, and they start writing their own songs. And this one is to kind of tease the folks back home in Texas. Taxi in the Rain. You can never get a taxi in the rain, and it just ain't no use to complain as you watch your mascara flow lightly down the drain. No, you'll never get a taxi in the rain. Well, I left my car back in Texas. They said it's no use in New York, that someone will strip it, or steal it, or rip it, or tow it away when I park. Manhattan is just a small island. You can walk it in one afternoon, but I wouldn't do it. You might not live through it and find yourself mugged by some goon, and you'll never get a taxi in the rain. And it just ain't no use to complain as you watch your mascara flow lightly down the drain. No, you'll never get a taxi in the rain. You just can't depend on them buses. They're rarely, if ever, on time. And don't take the subway, the jostle and rubway. You might be attacked by some slime, and you'll never get a taxi in the rain. And it just ain't no use to complain as you watch your mascara flow lightly down the drain. No, you'll never get a taxi in the rain. Thank you. Well, when I was little, I was afraid of the dark. I guess most of us were. But I got over it. The dark. I have made friends with the dark. Gradually, subtly, unknowingly. Lights out at 5. There were monsters under bed, in open closet, outside. Plus spiders rappelling all around me. Until I conjured up a spider-proof curtain lowering at bedtime from my ceiling. At 10, I would still close closet doors superstitiously every night, just in case. In times when everything was possible, imagination ran rampant, monsters ruled, wolves lurked in the local woods, and golden eagles carried off babies. With adulthood, there were still boogeymen. A realistic basis for fear of the dark, to be sure. Though they did not hide in my bedroom closet, and my spider curtain was no longer required. In middle age now, I just know a home intruder would trip and fall in my messy, cluttered house when sneaking about without the benefit of light. And my guard cats would attack him viciously. No, probably not. But he might stumble and fall from one rubbing against his leg begging for a bribe. I rather appreciate the play of moonlight and darkness, as well as that of sunlight on a day brave and glowing, with the shadowy contrast of black and white and gray pierces deeply into my fundamental human psyche and hints of things seen, unseen, and almost seen. Raising the hairs on the back of my neck in alarm, racing the pace of my beating heart with apprehension, and driving my fertile mind to ponder and wonder at worlds dreamed, known, and yet to be discovered. For the dark is the mind. The mind is me. I am the dark. And I'm getting older.
You are.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
My fingertips are all pruning. What's that all about? My fingertips. How did that happen? My neck is like a sagging tent. Can't say I like that. Didn't used to be older. I mean, I used to be young for my age. Everyone always said so. That couldn't last forever, I suppose. Still, I'm going to miss it. I found an old work ID drawer, ID card in a drawer, Liz. Didn't know I was so cute at 30-ish. Apparently I had a long neck back then. You know, I was practically a giraffe. I've always loved giraffes. How does a long neck just shrink? And here I thought I was ageless. Must accept the fact I'm mortal. And halfway through my last cute decade. Well, it's January, and this time of year we think of the past year and the year to come and perhaps make some resolutions we may or may not keep. But according to this poem in the year 2014, I was thinking maybe it's time we changed the calendar again. New era. It's time for a new calendar in the year 14. We celebrated a year early when the millennium began, so next century, we'll get it right for once. 2001 will be the year 1 of the new era, NE. The year before will still be the year 2000, but OE. Or we could keep the historian's common era, CE. Christians could still reckon by Anno Domini, as the Jews could go on numbering their years as always, and the Chinese could keep going through their zodiac. But the common system would count from NE1. BC and AD were miscalculated by church fathers, whole centuries after the life of Jesus the Nazarene. Whenever we set the beginning of an era, it will be arbitrary. So we might as well reset back to 1 right about now. Just think of how much easier Roman numerals will be, for a few years anyway. That's reason enough to do it, don't you think? No, it's next.
Oh,
Or at least that's what I have. I'm sorry.
no, we're cool.
We got our schedules mixed up here a little bit. Yes, Chanteuse. In Chanteuse, Johanna and Darcy go their separate ways. They've had a falling out. And Darcy eventually becomes an icon of women's music and postmodern folk music, and Johanna takes off and becomes a big international star and marries a French film director. But when they divorce, her life and her career take a nosedive. And both Johanna and Darcy grew up as big fans of Edith Piaf, the French torch singer known as the Little Sparrow. This is the title song from Chanteuse. The song of the sparrow cried to me from the night. One day I knew I'd follow. Was I right? Did I do right? Shall I tell of tragic love, unrequited or torn asunder? Shall I coo it like a dove, or let it crack like thunder? Would you hear of carousels and all the joy there is? Or come with me now as I dwell on the sad life, on the real life, as I sing about the poor people of Paris. I am your Chanteuse, yours to use within your heart, but I've never been in love, and I don't know how to start. Shall I sing of secret hopes lovers everywhere can share? Of perfumed letters sealed in envelopes, telling someone how they care? Or do you like your anthems bold, proclaiming passions to the stars? Or weeping sighs of love grown cold, the sharing gone, the battle done, in the aftermath, with nothing left but the scars? I am your Chanteuse, and I lose myself in song, but beyond this cabaret, tell me, where do I belong? I just exist in cabarets. I only live in my songs. Thank you. I'm concentrating on another key, apparently.
No, that's okay.
But
It says the power was out, so.
that was fortuitous. Well, Nelda Milligan was responsible for the arrangement and the piano music, and we have to give a shout out to her.
Yes, we definitely do. You wanted to do it a cappella anyway.
Yeah, Acapulco, as I say. Ah, there's more.
What do you mean there's more?
Oh, it's your turn. Go, yeah.
Okay. Do you want to continue?
No.
I can take a break.
No, it's time for you.
There we go, thank you. You know, you mentioned about the breakups and divorces and all those things. So that's why I kind of put this song next. It's a new song I've been working on for the next CD I'm doing. And it's all about love affairs. It goes from the beginning of a love affair to the end of a love affair in 2 minutes and 59 seconds. So it's called The Pain Deep in Your Heart, and it's a scream along. So Linda, you know what this is all about, right? You've done this before. So there's a part in it for you towards the end of the song, and I'll direct you to it, where you actually get to scream. I know we've had quite a few things going on in our lives these last few months. It could have been something at work, it could have been something at home, it could be a sibling, it could be a spouse, it could be a government. You never know, you know. So if you'd like to, let's practice screaming. Ready? You want to try it? 1, 2, 3.
We should record that.
We are.
Oh, yes, we are.
Not today, but we're going to do do this. I'm gonna get, for the record, we're gonna put some people in the studio and just scream for hours on end. That was very good. There's a couple of you really want to take it longer. I could hear that go on. So anyway, this is how the song goes. Pain deep in your heart. Falling in love is harder than you imagine. It takes quite a toll on your heart. Everything's fine, it's a happy distraction, but that's just how it starts. What's the...
Make this so flat. I can't read anything.
Shortness of breath is one of the first symptoms, followed in time by a swoon. Heaven and earth try to switch positions and crash into the moon. You're in for quite a ride. No seatbelt holds you down. Confusion can't be denied. It's hard to breathe. You try to hold on when you lose your balance. Your whole world is spinning around. Up becomes down, standing still is a challenge. You find yourself on the ground. You're in for quite a ride. No seatbelt holds you down. Confusion will be your guide. It's hard to breathe. One day you wake up, wish it all was a bad dream. Your whole world is falling apart. She's not at your side, and you hear a scream from the pain deep in your heart. Here it comes. She's not at your side, and you hear a scream. Great. From the pain deep in your heart. Some of you are professional screamers, I can tell.
What's up, I'm not sure we have this,
Smells of...
Smells of Olympus Mons. Well, sometimes I wonder what things will be like a few hundred years from now. And I imagine myself taking a time machine, living in my home on Mars, looking out my window and seeing the extinct volcano, the largest in the solar system, Olympus Mons. Snows of Olympus Mons. Snow again on Olympus Mons. The Martian skies are blue. There is still the pink at sunset, and I'll always dream of you. Mastodons graze the grassy plains far beneath our star-like earth. So lonely green this once red world, far from our place of birth. Content enough I seem to be, Nemomids sweep clean my cells. But the memory of you, my love, still in my night heart dwells. I miss you at earth rise and set, and throughout the Martian night. That I should survive you 100 years will never strike me as right. They have brought back moas and dodos and made a paradise of Mars, but they cannot bring back to me, my love, you beneath the stars. Pink girls. Much is said on the internet about pinkness. Pink girls. Pink girls are not always pink. Pink girls are not forever pink. No matter what you say or think, pink girls are not always all days pink. Pink girls can grow up tough. Pink girls can be tough enough. And don't know their stuff. Pink girls think off the cuff. Pink girls may stay mild and sweet, may love long and be discreet. Pink girls may be mild and sweet and just sweep you right off your feet. A pink girl may come late in life, through many years of lonely strife, of secret struggles fraught and rife, to realize she's not a wife. Pink girls may be many things, evolving with what life brings into various and sundry things, until the day they find their wings.
That's me. Yeah. I first met my wife Linda when I went down to Houston to do this Cousteau thing. She was a scuba diver and a graphic designer and volunteered to help work on this event. And so we just, we became pretty good friends. And then as things grew, we became more than friends. As we traveled, she went with us all the time. We did these shows. And so finally, we decided to get married. So we were married by our attorney in Houston on February 12th. Her birthday is February 13th. And we had a church wedding in Salado on the 14th. So every year now we celebrate our anniversary from the 11th to the 14th. So it's coming up 44 years now next month. So that's a pretty long time. Each night when we go to sleep, we have thunderstorms playing in our house. You never hear them in your place, but they're always going on in our place. And to kind of settle us down for the day. And one year for I think it was our 30th anniversary, I wanted to write Linda a song. So I kind of put this thing together using that thunderstorm, knowing that all of us in our relationships go through all sorts of ups and downs and have some pretty tough times. So there are some raging storms that we've lived through. So this is called Raging Storm.
I don't know where to start. No words can express what's in my heart. So many times I've tried, but all the right words continue to hide, and the wind set free these words for me. Love is lightning in our eyes. Love is thunder rolling by. Love's the rain that floods our home. Our love grows strong in each raging storm. Remember when we first met? I was alone, far from my home. We became best of friends. From a small spark, our journey began. Love was new, a dream come true. Love is lightning in our eyes. Love is thunder rolling by. Love's the rain that floods our home. Our love grows strong with each raging storm. When the storm subsides and you was strong with each raging storm. Our love was strong with each raging storm.
Thank you, Linda.
See what's coming up next.
Next is You Can't Go Home Again.
Can't go home again. That's what I have here. Good. Okay. Well, after Chanteuse ran at the late great Silver Spur Theater in Salado, and that was in 2011, and in 2012 there was a production in Austin at the still extant City Theater with one performance due to my friend Mindy and Doherty Arts. Yeah. So I would visit Richard and Linda, who, by the way, did our program, in Salado, and there's always a festival of some kind going on in Salado. Chocolate festivals and wine tastings, all kinds of things. And one time I was visiting at one event, and I noticed down by Salado Creek there were these bushes that seemed to have some kind of berry on them, looked like raspberries or blackberries. And I asked them what they were, and they said, "Oh, those are dewberries." Well, my grandmother baked a dewberry cobbler, and I still remember many decades later, I could still taste it. It was so good. But I never saw dewberries in any stores. And then I realized, well, she's from that area. She lived on a farm. My grandparents, my mother and my mother's two brothers lived on a farm outside of a town called Friendship, Texas, not too far from Salado, up near the Holland and Granger area. The Friendship, I think, is under the water now, below Lake Granger. And I thought about that and my mother's family and my early days, and I put all these bits and pieces of family history together with these two characters from a play I started to write that never finished. And it was about two brothers in Austin who were local singer-songwriters. So I came up with Bluebonnet Road. And it's about Olive, who grew up, well, she was a child during the Great Depression and a teenager during World War II. And in 1979, her older son, Noah, who is a local Austin singer-songwriter at the time, dragged her and his younger brother, Jojo, and Jojo's girlfriend tagged along to spread the ashes of Olive's father over the old farm. But the river's been dammed and they may not find the farm. And Olive sings this song, "You Can't Go Home Again."
You can't go home again when your home is underwater. You can't go home again when your farm is washed away. Why did I think that I could regain my lost girlhood? And why did I believe I could relive it all today? My past is deep below, a home for fish, a home for turtles. No longer will I know the meadows of my youth. I wander in my dreams through fields of corn and sorghum. What happened to it all? I'll never know the truth.
see again them smiling at the door, Mama and Daddy, I'd saddle up old Pinto and ride from field to field below the Texas stars. I wish I could go back with Daddy and with Mama. I remember, wish I could see again them smiling at the door. Watch Daddy mowing hay, help Mama in the kitchen. I would never want to leave, I would never ask for more. You can't go home again when your home is underwater. You can't go home again when your farm is washed away. Why did I think that I could regain my lost girlhood? And why did I believe I could relive it all today? You can't go home again when your home is underwater. Would you believe I was listening at the time?
The mind does terrible things.
Mine is terrible things. Well, oh, jazz children, okay. I like to go to Central Market in the summertime, and sometimes early in the fall, they have musicians out on the patio, and you can sit and eat a hamburger or something. And I love watching the children dance to this music that came from a time long before they were born. Jazz children. Jazz children dancing to an outdoor band, invent their own steps to music they don't know. But the primordial beat drums loudly within them each and possesses their tiny frames with unbridled joy. The combo, electric guitar, bass viol, and drums is playing in the style heard at my birth in 1947. Blues and jazz circa post-World War II moves these babes of 6 and 7 and 8 and younger. One little girl holds back, not knowing how to go. She knows there's a proper way to dance this, but the others did not read the manual. Each swaying and rocking to a different metronome, they will figure it out in the breadth of time and not have half the fun or half the art of their bopping junior selves just feeling the beat from an outdoor cover band a century from the music's birth. Ah, yes, I see that. I was born and raised in Austin, spent most of my life here, and it always tickles me when people say, Austin is not what it used to be when I came here 5 years ago, or 10 years ago, or 20 years ago. But Austin is always Austin. Austin Pulse. Ponytails swing down the hike and bike, dogtails wag from tethered pups, guitars twang from shaded coves, all things beat to an Austin pulse. Even now, despite traffic snarls, in spite of rampant growth, notwithstanding the villains of change, the old Waterloo soul remains in the city of the Violet Crown. I've tagged along for life half the 20th and more, and I have seen much come and go, but the heartbeat of the town I still feel, still detect, still hold.
Well, every time I traveled playing music, I tried to take trains as much as possible. So I take a train from here to Chicago and rent a car and then do whatever I did and then take a train back. And I always got the sleeper car because, of course, when you get the sleeper car, you get free meals. Not free drinks, but free meals, which is pretty cool. And you get a lot of freedom, and with that freedom comes getting up in the middle of the night and going to the club car and nobody's there in the observation car, and you just kind of sit around for a couple of hours. And I used to always take a tablet with me and write out some things, stream of consciousness of what's going on for a couple of hours as the world would go by in the nighttime sky. Then one trip I was out there for about 3 hours writing all this stuff, and maybe about 6 months later I was in a hotel room and I pulled out those notes I had, and right in the middle of all that was this song. It just needed a little bit of cleaning up and stuff, but it was like amazing. I just opened it up and all of a sudden there it was, and it was speaking to me. So this is called Riding on a Train. And Christine is playing guitar.
I can't spell the street I'm in, somewhere in the Midwest. It's 3 a.m. in the morning, and I can't get no rest. Breathing, shaking, running, I'm thinking, thousands speeding by. I'm waiting for the sun to rise and brighten up my sky. Lonely whistle blowing as we cut through the night. The engineer knows where she's going, following her own line. I'm riding on a train. No internet connection, stare at my reflection. No idea where I am. I'm wondering how my life will change when we come around the next bend. Red lights blinking, everybody's sleeping. I'm on my own once again. The time has come, no holding back. It's now or never, my friend. I can't be in a hurry. I know patience is key. There's no need to worry. I let my life go free. I'm riding on a train.
Going through a tunnel right here.
I used to drive down lonely roads, thinking of days gone by, living in darkness, not in light. The time has come for me to change, reach for the sunlight, leave the rain. If I just open up my eyes, my eyes, open up my eyes. Lonely whistle blowing as we cut through the night. Now I know where I'm going, following my own lines. Lonely whistle blowing as we cut through the night. I can't see where I'm going, following my own life. I'm riding on a train. I'm riding on a train.
Some summer day.
Some summer day. After the runs of Chanteuse, I would visit Richard and Linda, as I said, and one time I went to one of Richard's house concerts, And at intermission, I got to talking with someone who said that he wrote songs, but he didn't feel like he was good at writing lyrics. I said, hey, I'm a lyricist. So the next week he emailed me a song, MP3, and the title. And from that I wrote the lyrics. So by the late great, another late great, Scott Vaughn of Waco, Texas, and me, this is Some Summer Day, arrangement by Richard Paul Thomas. Some summer day, you'll come to me, and I will know all the wonders of your heart. Then I will see you are the one. I will always believe it and will never part. We've yet to meet, but I'll know when I see the one I love come running to me. Some summer day, shining in the sun, like a rolling wave, you will touch me in the sand. And I just know you'll love me too, as we walk together down the beach, hand in hand. It's my own fantasy, yes I know, I always get lost in my dreams of a love yet to be. But unlikely dreams really do come true, and I know it will happen some summer day. Widescreen, yes. I have had cats in my time. The last two I had lasted 16 and 17 years, so that's not too bad. Years ago, I lived in a one-bedroom house, in a three-bedroom house in Boston. I had one I used as a studio, and one I hoped I would have guests, never did. But I would raise the window in my bedroom and let the cats come in and out, and watch the birds in the little trees in the front yard, as if I were watching a widescreen movie. Widescreen. Widescreen in my bedroom, view of the dozen tree wood, sill for crooked-tailed cats, as ventilation in summer's heat. I see through you a miniature forest in the diagonal, populated with birds of all stripes, types I don't even know. Sometimes there is jaywalking, or robin bobbing, or sparrow hopping, and I must remember to address the cardinal as Your Eminence. The sapling grove becomes the world when night befalls the sunburned block. Felines 3 take the catbird seat and slip each into the dark thicket to arrive later, empty-mouthed, I hope. During my slumbers, much takes place out there. If I don't filter out the stalkers with the lowering of the pain, I may blanch in morning light, and a mockingbird carcass feels stripped behind my standing mirror. I confess I have laughed at neighbors incensed by kitty flower-bedded deposits and upturned smiles at tall bird feeders. But I don't much appreciate proud gifts of blood and feathers or fur and tails laid at my feet, hoping in vain for praise. Still, I happen to love the cats on the sill, the stars in 3D of my widescreen show.
Great images.
Thank you, thank you. And where, oh yes, the stickler. When I was in college, I was a biology major to begin with, but my grades in chemistry and other required courses was not so good. So I switched over to my minor, which was history. I graduated with a BA in history. But I've kept up with the natural world and read books on various creatures and their histories, and I've still watched videos, and I think I've become a bit of an expert, and I try to be very accurate with what you call certain creatures. I must say that the first few lines of this poem, since I wrote it, apparently according to the study of cladistics, they're not quite true anymore. But the following stuff about insects is absolutely true. The stickler. I am a stickler, the stickler. Accuracy is what I insist upon. An ape is not a monkey. A whale is not a fish. A spider is no bug. A scorpion is no bug, unless it is a bug. An insect is not a bug unless it is a bug, like a bed bug, like a stink bug, like an assassin bug, like an aphid is a bug. The bugs, often called the true bugs, are of the order Hemiptera. Hemi for half and ptera for wing. Sometimes the wing's bottom half is hardened and the wing's top half is membranous. They also have piercing and sucking mouth parts. Cockroaches are Platodia, not bugs. Ants and bees are Hymenoptera. Termites are Isoptera, butterflies Lepidoptera. Flies, fleas, mosquitoes, midges are Diptera. And the beetles are Coleoptera. Yeah, the beetles are the most popular life form. About 40% of all known insects are beetles. About 25% of all life on Earth is beetles, said the great naturalist J.B.S. Haldane. The creator, if he exists, has an inordinate fondness for beetles. So I say, don't call them bugs. Oh, what a fool I was. In Bluebonnet Road, Olive is sad because her younger son, and a bit miffed at him because he blurted out to his girlfriend that he had a sister who died before he was born. And this is something that Olive never really got over. And so she tells Misty, JoJo's girlfriend, all about little Lacey, how she was, how she died. And even though Olive is upset with her son, it becomes a catharsis. And she's able to face her grief really for the first time in years. And she sings this song to her ex-husband as if he's there. Maybe she'll really tell him this, maybe she won't. What a fool I was to lose you. I pushed you away. In my grief I couldn't see
couldn't stay, and that you felt just as lost, just as utterly undone as me. You needed me, and I needed you. I needed your strength and your love to get through, but all I knew was my own despair. So I thought you were cold, I thought that you didn't care. What a fool I was to lose you. What a fool I was not to see. What a partner and lover, what a tower of strength, what a helpmate you meant to be. We both had our loss and both lost our way. I thought I was alone, I couldn't live through that day, and I didn't see you standing there. I should have looked up, but I saw you nowhere. What a fool I was to lose you. What a fool I was not to see. What a partner and lover, what a tower of strength, what a comfort you meant to be. Now I'm on my own. You have moved on. Only I am to blame. Because of me, you are gone. And I'd give the world to go back again, to rely on your love, to have all we had back then. What a fool I was to lose you. What a fool I was not to see. What a partner and lover, what a tower of strength, all the world you meant to me. What a partner and lover, what a tower of strength, all the world you meant to me. Co-written by Richard Paul Thomas.
Who's that guy anyway? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got a heart of gold, I know that.
Well, thank you. I've been playing guitar since, Buddy Holly was still alive at the time. And done a lot of things over the years. And I always have this little notebook and a phone next to my bed so I can kind of keep track of things as I think of them in the middle of the night. You'd be surprised how many times I wake up with a fully formed song of some type. If I don't get it down right away, when I get up in the morning, I have no recollection at all of any of it. So one night I didn't have the fully formed song, but I had a line that said, "Searching for a pot of gold." And so I wrote it down and got up in the morning and kind of thought about it for a while. And I was thinking about what would it be like if Buddy Holly and Clifton Chenier and Bo Diddley got together to write a song. And so this is the result. And it's kind of dedicated to all the songwriters that are traveling all over this great state of ours. It's called Pot of Gold.
Flying down Texas highway, working hard both night and day. Everyone is going the same way, looking for a place to play. Lots of folks, they like to it starts the process. That's what they all say. Very few can make a profit. Yes, it's all turns out that way. Internet is full of places to capture every song you need. Download free from countless sources, getting hard as you can be. I've been told so many times the life songs just don't fit the mold. Flying down the Texas highway, searching for a pot of gold. I'm free, spending my days writing songs for you. Can you feel the joy of life come shining through? Now I'm ready for a challenge, anything to make life flow. Still have lots of years before me, just how many I don't know. So I'll keep on playing music, meeting new friends as I grow. If we all support each other, who knows just how far we'll go. Writing songs to sing the sun, all I ever know. One day at a time we take it, carrying our heavy load. Searching for the right connection, many stories yet untold. Flying down the Texas highway, searching for a pot of gold. Flying down the Texas highway, searching for a pot of gold.
The Golden Triangle.
Yes, definitely.
Oh my, Port Arthur.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyway. walk with me.
Let's take a walk. In Bluebonnet Road, they're walking back to the pickup to take them back to Austin. Misty comforts her boyfriend Jojo because he's felt put upon by everyone all day long, and he was. And she said, just walk with me and sing along. And if after I sing through this the first time, if you remember the lyrics, feel free to sing along. And later we have la-la, so you can do that. Walk with me. Walk with me in the sunset, and don't you fret about the day. In the twilight, we'll be alright. Just hold me tight, come on, babe. Always know that I love you. I'm thinking of you all the day long. After sundown, don't you wear a frown. Let's stroll to town, sing the song. Sing with me. Walk with me in the sunset, and don't you fret about the day. In the twilight, we'll be alright. Just hold me tight, come what may. Always know that I love you. I'm thinking of you all the day long. After sundown, don't you wear a frown. Let's stroll to town, sing the song. Lala's coming up. La 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 la. Always know that I love you. I'm thinking of you all the day long. After sundown, don't you wear a frown. Let's stroll to town, sing the song. Let's stroll to town, sing the song. Let's stroll to town, sing the song. Calypso.
Whatever, yeah. So a little bit of a hint here. There's so much going on in our world today, and so I just thought it'd be nice to end the evening with this particular song. It's called Pray to Save Our World.
When you go to bed tonight and say your prayers to make things right, offer up your daily strife and pray to save our world. Pray for all those hungry souls spending nights out in the cold. Some are young and some are old, struggling to survive. Find that place deep in your heart where your own truth lies. Listen to your inner voice. No one knows what you believe in. Pray to put an end to hate. Do it now, don't hesitate. Hurry up, for it's too late to save a precious life. No matter where your head will rest, choose the God that you love best. Life is real, it's not a test to see if you'll survive. There's a lot to pray about, I'm sure you all agree. I can't be the only one who feels it's my responsibility. Find that place deep in your heart where your own truth lies. Listen to your inner voice. No one knows what you believe there. Don't forget our Mother Earth and all her children giving birth. She needs our help for what it's worth. Pray to save our world. Please pray to save our world. Thank you all.
Oh, we don't have a show tomorrow.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
That's it.
Yeah, that's all.